Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Stu Live, also known as Stu Live on the Tridac, checking in once again with another video. Today, I want to discuss or talk about my top 10 90s solo artists. The 90s to me was a very influential year of rap. A lot of major artists came out during that time period, you know, and a lot of those artists kind of shape who I am as an artist, so to speak, and they help influence my music today and the music I make. So without further ado, let's get into that top 10. My number 10 artist we're gonna start with is Mase. I know a lot of y'all probably thinking like, what the hell, like, you know, he wasn't that influential and he wasn't that great of an artist. And to me, I kind of beg to differ. You know, Mase, to me, he came out right after Big had passed away. He dropped his first album, 97, Harlem World, you know. And when that dropped, I think he had sold about 270,000 copies first week. Album eventually went 4 times platinum. Yeah, he had a couple singles on there that Looking At Me, Feel So Good. They were pretty major, you know. So and I think Mase, you know, he kind of set the standard for the fashion out there. A lot of fashion to me came out from the, you know, them boys up there in Harlem. They kind of brought that swag out in the rap game, because back then people weren't really dressing to impress and dressing designer, but you know, them Harlem cats kind of brought that out. So I kind of give credit to Mase and them Harlem cats for doing that. And you know, fuck with Mase. He got the lazy flow, but he also had well-crafted lyrics, and you know, he just stood out to me. And number 10, my number 10 rapper on my list. All right, my number 9 artist would be none other than DMX. You know, that boy X, when he came through like a hurricane, you dig? I think he dropped It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, and that was around 97, 98, around that time. And he had that single, Get At Me, Dog. You know what I mean? And that took the streets by storm, and it was just so energetic. It was different than what was out. It was that New York, that grittiness. You know, X had that voice, that passion, and you know, I felt that nigga X pain, you dig, you know? So I related to him a lot, and he stood out to me. That's why he is my number 9. My number 8 artist would be your boy from the West Side, Ice Cube. Your boy Ice Cube, man, he been out for a while. You know, he originated with NWA and you know, Eazy-E and them boys, and they was setting trends and, you know, setting standards out there on the West Coast. But when he went solo, he was doing this thing. You know, I was a young tot when things was going on back then. You know, it wasn't really until around 92 when he dropped his 3rd album called The Predator. You know, the one with Today Was a Good Day. When that dropped, you know, me as a little jit, I was feeling it, you know what I'm saying? It resonated with me, and I was loving it, you know what I'm saying? So that's when the West Coast to me was on the rise, and he was like one of the first West Coast artists that resonated with me and kind of had some kind of influence on me musically. So my number 8 goes to that boy Ice Cube. My number 7 artist, that spot will have to go to none other than your boy Slim Shady, Eminem. Man, when M dropped, I believe that was around 99. He dropped the Slim Shady LP with that Hi, my name is, you know, that was just one crazy white boy who had stupid ass lyrics, a ridiculous flow, and you know, his whole style just couldn't be duplicated. You know, he was real comical, but he would eat any type of nigga up, you know, any type of rapper. I believe he can eat anybody up, you know what I'm saying? Because he was just so raw with that pen and the flow and his cadence, and man, it was just, he can't be duplicated. That boy is nice. You can't take that away from him. So I'll get after you, Eminem, my number 7. Right, and now for my number 6 artist. This goes back to the West Coast. You may know who this is. It's none other than the boy Snoop Dogg. When Snoop dropped, you know, it was crazy. I remember being around 8 or 9, maybe 10 at the most. I know he was already on Chronic when Dre and them dropped, but when he dropped that first album, Doggy Style, that had me around 93, so I was like 10. That's when that Gin and Juice came out, and man, me young, me and my brothers just rapping it like we really living that lifestyle, you know, sipping on gin and juice, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning, all that type shit, you know, we was singing all that shit back. It was just so dope, it resonated with us, and Snoop to me was like that superstar artist out the West, you know. I had Ice Cube as my number 8, you know, he was one of the first West Coast that caught my attention, but Snoop was like that breakout West Coast superstar that kind of took off, you dig? I'm gonna give number 6 to Snoop Dogg. Now we're down to my top 5. The artist for number 5 is gonna be the big homie Scarface from Texas, you dig? The first time I heard Face as a solo artist was on the record, I never seen a man cry till I see that man die. You know, that was my first time really hearing an artist talk about crying himself, you dig? And that kind of stood out to me, and that made me kind of tune in and want to listen to more of what he had to say, because it just sounded genuine and real. Because I know people go through things, they see things happen, and you know, rappers got feelings too. So you know, he talked about crying, seeing a man die and stuff like that, and you know, that resonated with me from where I'm from. I'm from upstate New York, Newburgh to be exact. Y'all look it up, y'all research that, figure out the history and what's going on up there. But yeah, Face just brought a whole nother perspective and rap to me, you know what I'm saying? He was from the South, he originated with Ghetto Boys, you know, my mom's playing tricks on me, you know, shout out to Bushwick and Willie D. Them boys really set the standard down south, and you know, Face kept pushing, and he was the main artist that stuck out to me in the group, man. I really love that album, The Fix. Man, I can bump that whole album from start to finish. It's just so dope, man. Love that boy Face, man. Shout out to Face, my number 5 artist. For your number 4 spot, it's gonna be none other than the homie, big homie, rich homie, JayZ. You dig? Jay was that sophisticated hustler. He brought that element to the game. You dig? You know, Jay been doing this thing for quite some time. Jay is, he stood out to me. He been doing this thing, you know, but when he really went mainstream and really caught my attention was on that In My Lifetime Volume 2. You know, with that It's the Hard Knock Life. He already had bangers before that, but that's when he kinda, to me, went to that next level, you dig? And it was In My Lifetime Volume 2. It's the Hard Knock Life for us. You know, that whole album, you can play that from start to finish. Dope. JayZ is one of the best lyricists, storytellers. You know, had the flow. And he brought that sophisticated hustler element to the game. So, number 4 goes to JayZ. Number 3, it goes to another rapper, one of the illest to me, storytellers, very conscious brother, street element, your boy Nas. That boy Nas been spitting, man, since I can remember. And you know, I was a little young and running around the streets of New York, hearing niggas walk around with their boom boxes, bopping in the streets, you know what I'm saying, playing that Nas. It was written, Illmatic, Stillmatic, yeah, a lot of great albums. You know, Illmatic being the classic, the most classic, most memorable. It Was Written was dope. That was around, I believe, 96. Stillmatic was released at a later date. That was 2003, maybe something like that, or before. And a lot of hot joints on that. There's other ones in between. Nostradamus, I Am. I believe those are two different albums, but you know, it's a couple albums that stood out to me with Nas, and you know, Nas can just give it to you. He was the king of that flow and lyrics back then. You know, he dropped before Pac and Big. You know, Nas dropped like 92. You know what I mean? So he was one of the pioneers up there for that real hip hop gritty street shit. You dig? So I'm fucking with Nas on that. Nas is my number 3, one of the top ever to me. Alright? Nas, number 3. Now we're down to my number 2 spot. Who could it be? You know, 1 and 2 are always arguably either or. But for number 2, it's gonna be the big homie, the Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace, Big. You know, Biggie was just an outstanding lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal storyteller. You know, Big had this stupendous flow. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics was just like off the charts. You know, and he had a memorable voice. Big was just that guy, man. He brought that street, that raw element of New York to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Frank White, king of New York, you dig? Big is arguably one of the greatest ever, you know? It depends on where you're from and how you were raised, or how you were rate, you know, what Big is in the top 10, top 5, dead or alive. Big was just that guy. Juicy dropped, that might have been 94, 95, on the album Ready to Die. That whole album is a classic. Life After Death, classic, double disc. Had so many joints on there, and Big was just a remarkable artist, and we lost him way too soon. He's one of the greatest ever, you know, and he in my heart. Rest in peace, Big, my number 2. And now for my number 1 spot. Drum roll, please. Yep, you guessed it. Tupac Shakur, Thug Life Nigga. Ha. Hey, Pac was that guy, man. To me, he was the most influential rapper to this day. Your rapper's favorite rapper is Pac, or your favorite rapper was influenced by Pac, and he just left his mark on all artists in the game and their hearts, you know, and their music. He left his mark on the world, really. He was just the artist who came in the game. You know, he had Black Panther's background. He was real political, conscious. You know, he had that street element. He was a great actor as well. But that boy Pac just, you know, he set the tone. You know, he gave the industry the tats, the bandanas, you know, that thug image. That's where it first took off. Wasn't nobody doing the straight thug image like that. Wasn't nobody rocking tats and talking about that. Pac was the first to do it, you know. Pac, he was just that guy, man. He rapped with passion. He was very genuine. You know, you felt his pain in the records. You could really translate the emotion to the records. And that's what stood out to me about Pac. You know, I can listen to a record, and it's gonna help me get through a hard time or situation. He made records to make me think twice about doing some dumb shit, or, you know, just made me think of what I wanted to be. Plan, plot, strategize, bomb verse. You know, Pac had a lot on his plate. He dealt with a lot. He lived fast, died young. You know, down at 25, having so much work done. You know, they got a movie in the making right now. All Eyes on Me, that should be dropping sometime next year. Or, yeah, I think next year, maybe, or either later this year, around his death date, his anniversary. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. Your boy Pac, man, he he was just that guy to me, man. And you know, he rapped about all things. People said that Pac was contradicted himself because he could rap about the streets and killing and murders, and then turn around and have Dear Mama and Keep Your Head Up and Baby Don't Cry. You know, Pac to me, he was that artist that could encompass all around the board with his music and his message. A lot of rappers can't do that. Rappers today, they rap about the streets. They can't really step out that box and talk about something else, or they gonna get looked at different. Pac was able to do that and still get the same respect all around the board, you know? So, that being said, that's my top 10, Pac being number 1. Let me know who your top 10 is. Is it different than mine? Do you agree with mine? Do you disagree? Let me know, man. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Y'all do me a favor and like the video, man. Give me a thumbs up. And last but not least, hit that subscribe button, man. I'm trying to get up on this, man. And the more subscribers I get, the more videos I'ma make. And you know, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this channel, but I'm just gonna keep talking, keep reaching out to y'all. And hopefully y'all appreciate it. Hopefully y'all will appreciate it. And we're gonna do it like that, man. You boys through live. Peace.